Hi, this guy is the Hubsan X4, the H502E. It's a camera quad with altitude hold and it has GPS. It's a good GPS and it's only $80. Imagine getting a good GPS quadcopter for only $80. The quadcopter size is 165 to 165 motor to motor. Diagonally, which is what counts, 250. The weight, including the battery, is about 145 grams, so it's under the FAA 250 gram registration requirement. The battery is 7.4 volts. It's a 2-cell LiFo. It's a skinny guy. I recommend that you get 2 of them. It's 35 grams for the battery. It has a built-in HD camera. It says HD. It's really not HD. It's 720. It's right here. It's okay. It takes good video and pictures. The problem is when it's facing the sun is a black dot, which not a red dot, but a black dot. The motors are 8mm, 8.5s. They're 820s. They're coreless, which is good, but they're brushed motors. They're going to burn out eventually. It has 4 LEDs, one in each leg, and they're here, and they light up pretty good. It's a good night flyer if you want to fly this guy at night. Those LEDs are good. Hubsan is known for putting good LEDs in their quads. It says it has rubber feet. It doesn't have rubber feet. The maximum flying radius is 200 meters. Pretty good. 200 meters is, this guy at 200 meters is going to be just a dot in the sky. You're not going to be able to see anything. Not even going to see orientation. The charging time is around 40 minutes. Its transmitter is here. Takes 4 AA batteries. Yep. The nice thing about the transmitter is that on the display, it has on-screen displays for your battery voltage of the quad, which is real nice. You don't find that in a lot of quads, that the remote will do that. It also has the altitude and the distance, and it also has direction, north, south, east, west. You know, the 360-degree direction. Also has an icon for video and an icon for still images. When you press this button, the short press, it will take a picture. A long press, it will start and stop the video. These are buttons. This is your rate switch. This is return to home. No, this is headless mode. This one is return to home, and it's a true return to home. Since this has GPS in it, this is a true return to home. It will return to a couple, probably meters of where it took off from, probably 1 or 2 meters. And you'll probably see that in the flight footage. The flight time is around 10 to 12 minutes. The charging time is about, like I mentioned, about 40 minutes. Sometimes it takes up to an hour, depending on how you are using the quad. It has, like I mentioned, has a true one-touch return. When you press that return, you can put down the controller. It goes into a return mode, and it returns at that spot that it took off from. Let's go to the outdoor footage. This is the outdoor flight review of the Hubsan 502E. The first thing that you need to do is turn on your controller, your transmitter. Set that to the side. Take the quad and the battery. Real skinny batteries. Power it up. As soon as it powers up, put it on a flat level surface so it calibrates. When it calibrates the gyros, this will say calibrate the quadcopter. So if you look at the back of the quadcopter, the lights are flashing in a circular a pattern. What you need to do is take it and spin it in that circular pattern until those lights go out, probably about 3 or 4 times. Now they're flashing sideways. So what you need to do is take the nose of it and point it down and then spin it around. Until those lights go solid. Now it's calibrated. So the quad's calibrated. What we want to do is see if we have the amount of satellites that are needed. This is a GPS quad, so it needs to acquire satellites. It needs 6. What I'm going to do is just sit it down to the side, let it acquire all the satellites it can, and then we'll get back to the flight. Okay, let's see how many satellites we have. 9. Nice level surface. To arm the motors, both hands down and out. So both sticks down and out to arm the motors. Let me adjust my hat cam a little bit. You get it to go up, just up throttle. It's rock solid. It will just stay right there, hands off. Even though there's like a 10 to 12 mile an hour wind, the GPS will just keep it in that one stable position. This is low rate. This is the yaw rate on low. This is the pitch. Pretty good pitch on low. This is high rate. This is the yaw. About the same, a little bit. Go back to that position. Pitch. Much steeper pitch. So I'm on expert. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay. Adjust my hat cam. Let's take it up. Right about there, and let's do some circles. I have the camera on. So let me bring it back down. Let me explain to you what the buttons do. This top button here is the camera button. If you hold it in, it will take a video. If you just press it for a second, it will take a picture. This button is the rate button. If you press it, you'll hear it beep. That will be it's in high rate, low rate. This button here is headless mode, which I never use. And this button here is return to home, which we will show you. Let me take it up again. I have the video on. Adjust my hat cam. Spinning around. The reason why I'm doing this is you can look at it taking the video of the sun, and the sun will be a black dot. Let me hit a return to home. Hands off. It's all doing it by itself. Sure it doesn't hit that bag. When it shuts down, you need to disarm the motors. That concludes the flight review. Let's go in and see some mods and the final verdict. This is the mods and final review of the Hubsan H502E. One of the mods that I did is I put red props on the back here. There's another 502 model that they sell that has all red props. So what I did is I bought spare props for that model, and then I just swapped them for this model. Something else that I did is that I taped these arms here red, and I taped the back red for orientation purposes. This being all white gets up there and it blends into the sky, and you really can't see it that well. So I put part of it red here on the back. The lights, you can see them in the daytime, but you can't see them when they're directly in the sunlight. Something that I did to the JST connector is that I always polaritize my connectors. So I took some magic marker and I did this side black. I also did the charging cable red, and I also put pull tabs on all of my batteries. Just makes it easier to pull it out. That way you're not pulling by the wire, you're pulling by the tape. Something that I did to the controller is that I had a problem with it where it would accidentally turn on. So what I wanted to make sure that it wouldn't accidentally turn on, I went through like 3 sets of batteries in a course of a week when I first got this, because this would be in a bag and get hit and automatically turn on. So what I did is I added this little piece of tape here. And every time I use it, I just slide the tape up and turn it on. The batteries are dead again. My final score for this guy is a 91. Because of the medium quality camera, it has a black image when it takes a video or still of the sun. And when you're flying this quad, you have to fight the GPS. I wish there was a way to turn off the GPS and just fly it as a regular quad. But this is a camera quad. So, I mean, what it's meant for, you really can't beat it. Oh, something else that I did is I added these landing skids. And the reason why I added these landing skids is I fly in grass, and these props are low, and they hit against the grass when it lands or takes off. So I added these landing skids to avoid that. So this is a couple inches off the ground now. GPS I mentioned, but this is a camera bird, so you really can't expect more. I really do like this guy. This is one of my best quads, simply because it has rock solid GPS. And for $80, you really can't beat it. You can get a rock solid GPS quad that flies like this. We'll end this with some of the video footage so you can see the black light for the black hole for the sun. Leave your questions in the comments section below, and thanks for watching.